1 year after ovarian cancer, a lot of adjustments to make. A lot of them aren't that fun. Mostly, I'm learning how slow the body recovers, and that even though it's been a year, I'm still affected by what I went through every single day, especially my memory and concentration. That's probably the worst. I can't remember a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's my zip code, sometimes it's my friends' names, sometimes it's my phone number, and other times it's just like I meet people and they've met me a bunch of times and I just don't remember, and I don't remember certain things, I was there for, and I don't remember what I read, for school. I'll, spend a couple hours reading, for my homework, and then I have no idea what I read. I'm like, what was the Civil War? I don't remember. So it's so frustrating. Like, all joking aside, it's incredibly frustrating not being able to remember things that or like studying all night and then going to take the test and none of it even sounding familiar. It's like I feel like I studied for something else. I just wasted 8 hours of my life or whatever. It's so incredibly frustrating, and that's something I'm not used to. I've always had a really good memory, and I just it's not there anymore, and hopefully it'll go away. My doctor said it's really hard to tell because they don't exactly know what chemo does to the brain, and how it recovers. It just takes time. That's what I always hear. It just takes time, and well, apparently a year isn't enough time, so see how much longer it takes before I can think again. And then also going in for the checkups, I get really bad anxiety, and it's not like I'm worried something's going to show up in my blood work, or like my doctor's going to be mean to me that day or anything ridiculous. It's just I don't like going anywhere near the cancer center. I don't like driving past it. I certainly don't like having to walk inside. It's somewhere I hope I never have to go again, but yet I have to go every few months for my checkups, and it's just excruciating. It's so depressing inside. I can smell the chemo. I just seeing the patients, like walking around like zombies that just got their treatments, and then seeing the people who are there for their first day, filling out the big packet of information, the insurance information and all that, and who they were referred by. I feel the worst for those people because their struggle is just starting. That's day one for them. And, I'm here like at my year mark and going in just for a routine checkup, and they're about to go through hell. And I feel so bad for them. It's a really depressing place to be. And I wish I didn't have to go there. Maybe it was like at a different building. It wouldn't be so bad, maybe. I don't know. But I have to go every few months, and it's hard not to jump to conclusions every time I have a weird feeling or pain, or just little things. Like, all the symptoms for ovarian cancer are really just minimal and small, like bloating or feeling full. It's nothing that by itself makes you feel like you need to go to the doctor. But when you have like five of them and it's all like together at once, definitely go get checked for that. So it's hard. Like, every time I just get a weird pain or something, I think like, oh, growing another tumor. That's what it felt like before. Exact same feeling, just not as excruciating yet. And I don't have like 103 temperature yet, but like mentally, it's really hard not to always, expect the worst. Um, Hopefully that's something that'll pass, but for right now, I feel kind of like a little hypochondriac every time I have a weird, funny feeling. Automatically assume it's cancer growing again. Um, it's also kind of like it's a big mental game after going through what I went through. And I didn't expect that, and I wasn't really ready for it. But since then, I've read up on it a bit, so I know I'm not the only one. It's a lot of cancer patients after they're done with their treatments and they're in recovery. They go through kind of like a really sad, depressed state, and like check that on my list. I went through it, and I don't really know why. I felt really sad, and some of it was kind of like the why me, like I'm super healthy, I exercise, I eat right, I recycle. Like, why did I get cancer in my 20s? And the other thing is just, like, well, also 70% of the women who get ovarian cancer, they die from it, but I'm one of the 30% that live. So am I supposed to do something really amazing now? Like, I'm not really good at anything specifically per se, so I'm definitely not going to invent anything, but just kind of like, why me, and why do I have to go through it, and what am I supposed to do now? Like, what is my purpose now? I can't even run or work out or, like read a book at the same capacity that I used to. So I just kind of feel like, how am I supposed to move on with my life and yeah, like get back to being me? And I don't know, it's frustrating, and it's sad, and you get used to people being extra super nice to you and coddling you and doing really nice things for you for no reason. And I get tons of free samples at the makeup store every time I went in because I was bald, and people were just so nice to me. Now like people are like really rude again, and they just don't care. And like people, they don't call anymore, check on me. It's just like I'm fine, and they're just like, oh, I'll talk to you if I talk to you, whenever. 6 months from now, maybe I'll see you and we'll hang out sometime. And it's kind of sad because you really feel like, oh my God, my friends love me so much, like they come by all the time and they're always calling, check on me, texting, sending me cards. And, and then it's just like radio silence, like nobody cares anymore. So it's a little sad. I know that's not true, but it's the way it feels a little bit. Like you've kind of just all of a sudden been abandoned, and I have to take out trash again. I have to do things myself that I don't like to do, to mow my own yard. I have to go get gas for my car. Little things that my dad did for me when he was here living with me, taking care of me. And, like now, if I don't feel good and I'm really tired, I have to go and take my dog out and feed her and everything. And then I'll go crawl back in bed and go be miserable again. But it was really nice, like having somebody doing little things like that for me and take care of me and do just crappy chores around the house. And now I have to be an adult again, but it's hard because I'm not at full capacity, and I get really emotional about things, and I was never like that before, and now I like cry all the time, and it's so frustrating because it's like a shadow version of yourself before you went through cancer. And I don't know if this is permanent, but I really would prefer not to be like the new crybaby version of myself forever. I'd really like to be me again and feel physically fine and be able to, like run a marathon and do everything I want to do. I don't want to be this like weakling, sad state that I've kind of gone through lately. And I don't know. I know I'm not the only one, so I Googled it. I'm not the only one who's gone through this. It's just something I didn't expect, and it's something I'm having to deal with and learn how to adjust to. A lot of it's adjusting. So that's my year update. If anybody watching this is going through treatments, or you just found out you're diagnosed with some sort of a cancer, or family member or a friend, just if you need some advice or guidance or just somebody to talk to or whatever, just shoot me a message. Nothing creepy, but anything about cancer related, I'd be happy to help or give my 2 cents for it. Maybe that'll be my purpose for why I went through this. I can help other people. And adding on my to-do list also is getting a much better 5K for ovarian cancer. I went to one in September here in San Antonio, and it was very below par for races that I've been to, and no wonder they don't raise much money. It wasn't put together well, and so I would really like to do that in the future. So all right, shoot me a message if you need any cancer related advice or recovery. All right, take care.